cheese has long carried a bad reputation. Too fatty, too salty, too indulgent. Many older adults have been told to avoid it completely. But what if I told you that certain cheeses, when chosen carefully, could actually be one of the most powerful tools for rebuilding your muscles after 65? That's right. The secret to fighting sarcopenia, the age-related muscle loss that robs millions of their independence, might be hiding right inside your refrigerator. In this video, I'm going to reveal 3 specific cheeses that contain the proteins, healthy fats, and unique nutrients your muscles need to stay strong. These are not the snack cheeses you find on party platters. These are muscle-protecting foods that researchers and doctors are increasingly recommending for seniors. I'm Dr. Olivia Hart, and after nearly 3 decades of helping older adults recover their strength and mobility, I've discovered something surprising. The right kinds of cheese are not harmful luxuries. They can be essential allies in preserving muscle mass, balance, and independence. Stick with me until the end, because I'll not only show you which cheeses to eat, but also when and how to eat them for maximum benefit. Grab a pen and paper, because you'll want to write this down. Let's begin with the first, cottage cheese. Cottage cheese might remind you of old diet plans from the 1982nd, but it deserves a second look, especially if you're over 65. Just half a cup of low-fat cottage cheese provides 14 grams of high-quality protein for only 81 calories. That means nearly 70% of its calories come directly from protein, compared to cheddar, where protein makes up only about 24%. But here's what makes cottage cheese truly special: leucine. Each half-cup serving contains over 1 gram of this critical amino acid. Think of leucine as the ignition key for muscle growth. As we age, our muscles become stubborn and less responsive to growth signals. Seniors need around 3 grams of leucine per meal to trigger muscle building effectively. 1 serving of cottage cheese gets you a full 1/3 of the way there. Beyond the numbers, cottage cheese is incredibly practical. Many older adults struggle with tough meats, chewing difficulties, or a fading appetite. Cottage cheese is soft, creamy, and gentle on the digestive system. You can eat it straight from the container, stir it into fruit for breakfast, or even blend it into smoothies where you won't taste it at all. Its primary protein is casein, a slow-release protein that provides your muscles with a steady flow of amino acids for 6 to 8 hours. That's like having a time-release muscle protector working for you all day, and especially valuable at night. Eating cottage cheese before bed can help prevent your body from breaking down muscle while you sleep. Research backs this up. In studies with nearly 1,000 older participants, those who ate cottage cheese daily gained measurable muscle mass and maintained it more effectively, even when their activity levels were modest. Practical ways to use it. For breakfast, mix cottage cheese with berries and honey. For a savory option, try it with tomatoes, cucumber, and fresh herbs. At lunch, use it as a protein-rich base for dips or spreads. At dinner, it can substitute for ricotta in pasta or casseroles. And if you dislike the texture, blend it into smoothies or even use it as a healthier substitute for mayonnaise in chicken or tuna salad. Aim for half to 1 cup daily, ideally in the morning. After a night of fasting, your muscles are most receptive to protein first thing in the day. That morning serving can set you up for better muscle building all day long. When most people think of Parmesan, they picture a sprinkle of cheese over pasta. But authentic Parmigiano Reggiano is far more than a flavor enhancer. For older adults, it is one of the most concentrated sources of muscle-building nutrition you can find. Just 1 ounce, about the size of your thumb, contains over 10 grams of complete protein. That's an incredibly high density of protein in a small serving, perfect for seniors who often eat smaller meals. What makes Parmesan unique is the way it's made. Authentic Parmigiano Reggiano is aged for at least 24 months. During this time, natural enzymes gradually break down its proteins into smaller, pre-digested pieces. This means your body doesn't have to work as hard to absorb the nutrition. For seniors with slower digestion or those who often feel bloated after eating high-protein foods, Parmesan is gentle, effective, and easy to tolerate. Another bonus. After long aging, Parmesan contains virtually no lactose, so even people who are lactose intolerant can usually enjoy it without trouble. But Parmesan isn't just about protein. It's also loaded with calcium 331 milligrams in a single ounce, or about a quarter of your daily need. And while most people think of calcium as bone food, every muscle contraction in your body depends on calcium. Without it, your muscles simply cannot contract effectively, no matter how much protein you eat. Studies have shown that older adults who fail to meet daily calcium needs are at significantly higher risk of losing muscle mass and strength. Parmesan provides both nutrients in one compact package: the protein to build muscle and the calcium to help those muscles function. Some worry that authentic Parmigiano Reggiano is expensive, but here's the good news. You don't need a lot. 1 to 2 ounces per day, just a couple of tablespoons, when grated, is enough to make a meaningful difference. Because Parmesan is so rich in flavor and nutrition, small amounts go a long way. Practical uses? For breakfast, grate it over scrambled eggs for a protein-packed start. At lunch, add it to soups or salads. Its deep, savory taste makes even simple vegetables satisfying. At dinner, sprinkle Parmesan over roasted broccoli or cauliflower, or bake it into a light gratin for a double boost of protein and calcium. And don't forget snacks. A few small chunks of Parmesan paired with fruit or nuts make for a satisfying and nutrient-dense option. When shopping, look for wheels stamped with Parmigiano Reggiano along the rind. Those dotted markings guarantee authenticity and quality. Avoid pre-grated shakers from the store. They simply don't compare in flavor or nutritional value. Grating it fresh not only gives you superior taste, but also ensures you'll feel satisfied with less. In short, Parmesan is concentrated strength in a bite-sized package. For seniors who want to maximize nutrition in smaller meals, it's a simple, delicious, and powerful ally in the fight against muscle loss. Our third cheese might surprise you: ricotta. Unlike most cheeses that are built on casein protein, ricotta is made from the liquid left over after other cheeses are produced. That liquid is rich in whey protein, which gives ricotta its unique power. It's one of the fastest absorbing proteins you can eat. Why does this matter for seniors? Timing. After even light activity, walking the dog, gardening, or stretching, your muscles are in a highly receptive state. They are waiting for nutrients to start repairing and rebuilding. Whey protein reaches your muscles within 30 to 60 minutes, making ricotta a perfect recovery food. Nutritionally, ricotta delivers plenty of value. A half cup of whole milk ricotta provides about 14 grams of protein, comparable to cottage cheese. But what makes it special is its branched-chain amino acids, BCAAs, nutrients that bypass the liver and go directly to muscle tissue for repair. That means ricotta doesn't just provide protein, it delivers it right where it's needed most. Ricotta also has practical advantages. Its smooth, creamy texture makes it easy to eat, even for people with dental issues or difficulty swallowing. Its flavor is mild, blending seamlessly into both sweet and savory meals. And compared to many cheeses, ricotta is naturally lower in sodium, around 100 milligrams per half cup, versus 400 milligrams or more in other varieties. That's a big benefit for seniors managing blood pressure or heart health. The research on ricotta is impressive. In one study, older adults who ate about 3/4 of a cup daily didn't just gain muscle, they also improved balance, strength, and overall physical performance. Men in the study showed especially strong gains within just 90 days. Even more remarkable, the whey protein in ricotta has been linked to lower blood pressure and improved cardiovascular function. For seniors, that means supporting both muscles and the heart at the same time. How can you use ricotta day to day? For breakfast, spread it on whole grain toast with honey and cinnamon for a protein-rich, creamy topping. At lunch, mix it with herbs for a dip or spread it inside sandwiches as a substitute for mayonnaise. At dinner, stuff ricotta into bell peppers or zucchini, layer it into casseroles, or stir it into sauces for extra creaminess and protein. You can even turn it into dessert, blend it with cocoa and honey for a healthy mousse, or mix it with fruit for a high-protein smoothie. When shopping, choose whole milk ricotta with simple ingredients, just milk, vinegar or citric acid, and salt. The part-skim versions are lower in calories but may not deliver the same level of satiety or muscle benefit. The best time to enjoy ricotta is within 2 hours of activity, whether it's yard work, walking, or light exercise. That's when your muscles are ready to absorb its fast-acting whey proteins most effectively. For older adults, ricotta is more than a soft cheese. It's a rapid recovery tool that helps maintain strength, independence, and vitality. When it comes to building muscle after 65, what you eat is only half the story. The other half is when you eat it. For decades, most of us were taught that dinner should be the largest meal of the day. But science now shows that if your goal is to protect muscle, breakfast is the most important meal, especially for seniors. Here's why. After sleeping for 8–10 hours, your body has been in a fasting state. During that time, it has been breaking down muscle protein to fuel essential functions. Your very first meal in the morning determines whether your body continues breaking down muscle or flips the switch to start building it back up. Research is clear. Older adults who eat 25–30 grams of protein at breakfast maintain significantly stronger muscle synthesis throughout the day compared to those who start with toast and coffee. Yet most seniors in the US average only about 8 grams of protein at breakfast, not nearly enough to trigger muscle building. This is where our 3 cheeses shine. A morning meal with 1/2 cup of cottage cheese mixed with fruit and topped with an ounce of fresh Parmesan delivers around 24 grams of protein and more than 2 grams of leucine, almost enough to trigger muscle growth by itself. Add a handful of nuts or a boiled egg, and you've hit the sweet spot of 25–30 grams right away. But timing isn't just about breakfast, it's also about distribution. Many older adults follow what I call the light-heavy pattern. A small breakfast, a modest lunch, and then a heavy protein-rich dinner. Unfortunately, muscles don't work that way. They can only use about 25–35 grams of protein at once to build new tissue. If you pile on 60 grams at dinner, your body can't store the excess for later. It's like dumping a whole bucket of water on a plant once a day instead of watering it regularly. The smarter approach? Spread protein evenly across all 3 meals. Aim for 25–30 grams at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Here's how cheese can help you hit those numbers without overthinking. Breakfast. Cottage cheese with berries and honey, or ricotta spread on whole grain toast with cinnamon. Add a sprinkle of Parmesan on eggs for extra punch. Lunch. A sandwich or salad with ricotta spread inside, plus freshly grated Parmesan on top of soup or vegetables. Dinner. Cottage cheese stirred into casseroles, ricotta mixed into pasta sauce, or roasted vegetables finished with Parmesan. Finally, here's a powerful timing secret. Eat cheese within 2 hours after any activity, no matter how light. A short walk, some gardening, or climbing stairs all wake up your muscles, making them more sensitive to protein. Pairing activity with cheese creates a stronger muscle building response than either alone. Think of it as pressing the accelerator on your body's recovery engine. In short, don't save all your protein for the evening. Feed your muscles early, feed them often, and feed them consistently. Cheese makes this both simple and delicious. Now that we know which cheeses to choose and when to eat them, let's get practical. How much protein do you really need each day after 65? The current recommendation for older adults is to aim for 1.0 to 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day. To calculate this, take your weight in pounds, divide by 2.2 to get kilograms, then multiply by 1.2. For example, if you weigh 150 pounds, that's about 68 kilograms. Multiply 68 by 1.2, and you get roughly 82 grams of protein per day. Now here's the key. You don't have to get all of this from cheese alone. In fact, you shouldn't. Balanced nutrition includes lean meats, fish, beans, eggs, and more. But cheese can provide a reliable, convenient portion of your daily protein, especially at meals where other protein sources may be lacking. Based on the strongest research, here's a simple guideline. 2 to 3 servings of muscle-building cheeses daily. Each serving should deliver 10–15 grams of protein. Together, that gives you 35–40 grams of protein from cheese, which is about half your daily needs. How might this look in real life? Breakfast: 1/2 cup cottage cheese, 14-gram protein. Lunch: Inos Parmesan, 10-gram protein. Dinner: 1/8 cup ricotta, 12g protein. To total, about 36 grams of protein from cheese alone. Calories? That adds up to around 300–400 calories per day, a reasonable amount for most seniors. It's enough to build muscle without overwhelming your diet with excess fat or sodium, especially if you choose low-sodium or part-skim versions when appropriate. But here's the secret most people miss. Consistency matters more than intensity. The studies that showed the most impressive muscle gains all had participants eating cheese every day for at least 60 to 90 days. Eating cottage cheese once a week won't make much difference. Think of it like taking a vitamin. You get results only when you take it consistently. So, the takeaway is clear. Aim for 80+ grams of total protein per day. Let cheese cover 35–40 grams of that in 3 simple servings. Stay consistent for at least 2–3 months to see real changes. It may sound simple, but this small daily commitment could mean the difference between struggling with stairs at 80 or moving with confidence and independence. Cheese on its own is a powerful muscle-building ally. But when you combine it with even simple forms of movement, the results become far greater than the sum of their parts. Scientists call this a synergistic effect. When protein and exercise work together, your muscles respond as if they were decades younger. Here's why. Every time you move your muscles, whether it's standing up from a chair, climbing stairs, or lifting light objects, you send a signal to your body. Hey, we're still in use. That signal wakes up the muscle tissue, making it more sensitive to protein. If you then provide high-quality protein within the next 2 hours, your body uses it far more efficiently for repair and growth. It's like priming the soil before watering a plant. The nutrients sink in deeper. The exciting part? This doesn't require heavy gym workouts. In studies, seniors in their 72nd and 82nd who combined resistance training with protein-rich foods like cheese showed a restored youthful muscle-building response. And the resistance training was simple. Sitting down and standing up from a chair 10–15 times. Doing wall push-ups. Using elastic resistance bands. Carrying groceries or gardening. Just 2–3 sessions per week of light resistance activity is enough. On the days you don't formally exercise, even daily activities like sweeping, stair climbing, or brisk walking count as muscle signals. Pair those activities with cheese afterward, and you're reinforcing strength with every meal. Imagine this routine. You spend 10 minutes in the morning doing chair squats and light arm lifts with water bottles. Then you eat cottage cheese with fruit. Later in the day, you take a short walk, come back, and snack on a little Parmesan with nuts. In the evening, you enjoy a pasta dish with ricotta stirred in. Each time you moved, you followed it with protein. Over weeks, this pattern builds momentum and your muscles notice. The bottom line, you don't have to choose between food and fitness. The real magic happens when you combine them. Cheese gives your muscles the raw materials. Movement flips the switch that tells your body to use them. Together, they create a muscle-preserving system that works at any age, even into your 82nd or 92nd. Cheese can be a powerful ally for muscle health, but like any food, it's not a one-size-fits-all solution. Seniors should keep a few important health considerations in mind to make sure cheese works for them, not against them. Lactose intolerance. As we age, many people become less tolerant of lactose than natural sugar in milk. The good news is that the cheeses we've discussed are much easier to digest than regular milk. Parmesan. After long aging, it contains virtually no lactose. Cottage cheese and ricotta. They still contain some lactose, but in much smaller amounts than milk. If you're sensitive, start with small servings and pay attention to your body. Lactase enzyme tablets can also help reduce symptoms. 2. Sodium content. High blood pressure is common in older adults, and sodium intake matters. Parmesan is naturally higher in sodium due to its aging process. Cottage cheese varies widely by brand. Some have over 400 mg of sodium per half cup, while low-sodium versions can have less than 100 mg. Ricotta is naturally lower in sodium, around 100 milligram per half cup. The best approach? Read labels carefully, choose low-sodium options when available, and balance your cheese intake with plenty of fresh fruits and vegetables. 3. Cholesterol and heart health. Many seniors worry about cholesterol. The encouraging news is that large studies show cheese consumption, when eaten in moderate portions and as part of a balanced diet, does not significantly raise heart disease risk. For those concerned, low-fat or part-skim versions of ricotta and cottage cheese are good options. 4. Medications, blood thinners. Cheese naturally contains small amounts of vitamin K, which can affect blood-thinning medications like warfarin. The key here isn't to avoid cheese, it's to be consistent. Eat similar amounts from day to day and inform your doctor so they can adjust your medication if needed. 5. Kidney health. If you have kidney disease or reduced kidney function, high-protein diets can sometimes cause strain. Since cheese is a concentrated protein source, always consult your doctor before significantly increasing your protein intake. 6. Weight management. Cheese is nutrient-dense but also calorie-dense. The key is portion control. The serving sizes we've discussed: half a cup of cottage cheese, 1 ounce of Parmesan, 1/3 cup of ricotta provide big benefits without overloading you with calories or fat. Summary. For most healthy seniors, eating cheese daily in the right portions is safe and beneficial. But paying attention to lactose tolerance, sodium, cholesterol, medication interactions, and kidney health ensures you get all the benefits without the risks. Think of it this way: cheese can be medicine for your muscles, but like medicine, the right dose makes all the difference. We've covered the science, the types of cheese, the timing, and the precautions. Now it's time to put everything into action. Here's a clear 5-step plan that you can begin as soon as tomorrow. Step 1. Stock your kitchen. Go to your local grocery store and buy the 3 muscle-building cheeses: cottage cheese, authentic Parmesan, Parmigiano Reggiano, and whole milk ricotta. Buy enough for at least 1 week so you don't run out. Keep small containers handy for snacks. Step 2. Calculate your protein goal. Remember the formula: take your weight in pounds, divide by 2.2 to get kilograms, then multiply by 1.2. Write this number down, it's your daily protein target. For most seniors, this will be between 70 and 90 grams per day. Step 3. Plan your meals. Make sure each main meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner contains 25-30 grams of protein. Use cheese to fill in the gaps. For example, breakfast: 1/2 cup cottage cheese with fruit. Lunch: 1 ounce Parmesan grated over soup or salad. Dinner: ricotta stirred into pasta or stuffed into vegetables. Step 4. Add movement before meals. Even 5-10 minutes of light activity before eating can boost your body's response to protein. Try standing up and sitting down from a chair 10 times, walking around the block, or stretching. Then enjoy your cheese within 2 hours to maximize muscle-building benefits. Step 5. Track and review after 90 days. Mark your calendar today for 90 days from now. Keep a simple journal of what you eat and any activity you do. After 3 months, check in with yourself. Are daily tasks easier? Do you feel stronger carrying groceries, climbing stairs, or rising from a chair? Many seniors are amazed by the difference in just 3 months of consistent effort. Summary. With these 5 steps, you'll have a simple routine. Buy the right foods, know your numbers, structure your meals, move before you eat, and track your progress. No complicated diets. No overwhelming workouts. Just 3 cheeses, a little consistency, and a big payoff in strength, independence, and vitality. We've covered a lot together. The surprising truth about cheese, the 3 varieties that rebuild muscle, the importance of timing, how much to eat, and how to combine food with movement. Now the question is simple. Will you put this knowledge into action? Muscle loss after 65 isn't destiny, it's a choice. You can either let sarcopenia quietly steal away your strength, balance, and independence, or you can fight back with something as simple as 3 kinds of cheese. Cottage cheese to provide steady protein release, Parmesan to deliver concentrated strength with calcium, and ricotta for fast recovery when your muscles need it most. Add in consistency, light activity, and smart meal timing, and you've built a system that works with your body, not against it. Imagine 90 days from now walking upstairs without hesitation, rising from a chair with confidence, carrying groceries with ease. Those aren't distant dreams. They're practical, achievable results if you begin today. So here's my challenge to you. Tomorrow morning, eat cottage cheese with your breakfast. At lunch, grate some authentic Parmesan over your salad or soup. In the evening, add ricotta to your dinner. Do this every day for 90 days. Mark your calendar now. In 3 months, look back and notice the difference. Your future self will thank you for the choice you made today. I'm Dr. Olivia Hart, and it has been an honor to guide you. If you found this information helpful, please share it with a friend or loved one. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future tips that can keep you strong, steady, and independent. Here's to your health, your strength, and your independence. Now, go eat some cheese, your muscles are waiting.